Roleplay Retcon does not own any part of the movies we retcon, nor are we associated with the artists who make them. Also, while most episodes are safe for all listeners, please do check the individual episode descriptions for any content warnings.
The soundtrack for this episode features Phillip Mount. You can find him on Spotify. Previously on Roleplay Retcon does Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. U.S. President Lex Luthor is arrested after a nuclear assault is, quote-unquote, accidentally unleashed on the country of Markovia. Superman barely stopped the nukes from making landfall, and vowed during a UN summit to dismantle every nuclear weapon in the world, whether the world liked it or not. In response, U.S. Army General Sam Lane, Lois Lane's father, revealed his newest project to counter Superman's efforts, Lex Luthor's punk nephew Lenny Luthor, who has been artificially endowed with powers that rival Superman's, and tasked with protecting the U.S.'s nuclear weapons. After pushing Lois away in favor of his new work in an embarrassing defeat by Nuclear Man, in which Lois was almost killed, Superman flew away, shamed and defeated in the eyes of the world.
I think we're due for a montage. We're due for a montage, and then I want to cut back to Lois and see like what sort of the on-the-ground perspective looks like. But like, we're due for a montage.
We're due for a montage is the most roleplay retcon thing that's ever been said on this show.
So, what I'd love to see from each of us is like one thing in this montage of like what the following days, weeks look like now that Superman has been defeated by the Nuclear Man, like how this defeat impacts the world at large.
Well, can I start?
Yeah.
And then you guys can react to this, because I think what's going on here is I'm still going through with my, I'm still going to dismantle the nukes of the world. I just don't care what anyone thinks about me anymore.
That's great.
Ooh.
And like maybe I get a couple of them under my belt. Like, we'll just say I did, and tanks shoot at me and nothing happens. What are they going to do about it? And I just walk in and dismantle them and walk out.
That rips. I think we see a TV interview with Lex Luthor in a prison jumpsuit, just being like, I always had a feeling. I always knew this day would come. I tried to warn everyone, and here I am in a prison cell instead of where I belong at the top of the free world. He's your problem now, world.
History will abdicate me.
History has already abdicated the greatest criminal mind of our generation, Lex Luthor.
Exonerate me is what I meant to say.
I'm going to stick with Lex Luthor using the wrong word.
Oh, using a malapropism? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
History has abdicated the greatest criminal mind of our generation, Lex Luthor. Are you sure you want to continue calling yourself the greatest criminal mind of your generation as president? Well, am I not? Have I ceased to be the greatest criminal mind of our generation simply because some rubes were foolish enough to elect me?
Lex Luthor is played by Tim Robbins in this one. Or no, not Tim Robbins, Tim Robinson. Where he's like, I think I've already established that I'm the greatest criminal mind.
I'm still a criminal.
I used to be a real piece of shit.
What's going on in the life of the Nuclear Man?
So I feel like Nuclear Man did all of this horse and pony show. Is that the phrase? Horse and pony show? Is it dog and pony show? Dog and pony. A horse and pony show. Just horses galore.
Yeah, a horse and pony show.
Big horses,
rule.
little horses.
Just horses of
all
various
the size horses. Yeah. So he's done this. I'm gonna stick to it. He's done this horse and pony show. But man, he still doesn't feel great about it. He doesn't feel great about anything. And also, he doesn't feel great about the fact that Superman is still out there, sneaking around, stealing people's nuclear weapons.
I think I'm going to counteract that a little bit. One of the weaknesses that I meant to put on my sheet and did not, but I'm writing it down now, is that General Lane has political ambitions after military life. General Lane wants to be President Lane. And General Lane is living it up. General Lane is on talk show interviews decrying Superman, but is also decrying the general state of life in the late 80s. The children today are disrespectful. We deserve a better shot at life, the kind of life that a real firm military hand can offer.
No more participation trophies.
No more
He's one of those
participation
guys.
trophies. What's going on in Lois's world over the next several weeks as Superman is dismantling nukes? Nuclear Man is going on the offensive, and General Lane is doing the talk show circuit and kind of like becoming self-absorbed.
And Superman is kind of like the enemy of at least the world's militaries and governments. He's not popular with them right now.
I think Lois is going to go on an interview date with Nuclear Man.
Oh my god.
Oh, then we got to see that play out.
Okay.
What a bold move to make Lois like an antagonist in this.
Very compelling.
She's not an antagonist. You're the antagonist, clearly.
Oh my god.
Everybody set the scene for me. What's a detail but where this meeting is happening? What's the vibe? Give me one detail for this interview date that is unfolding.
I'm thinking pizza.
I was going to say a very public, fancy restaurant.
A fancy pizzeria. A really nice Italian pizzeria.
Candlelight, lots of witnesses.
Red and white checker tablecloth.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
Red plastic glasses.
Chandeliers.
Authentic.
Chandeliers. Wait. It's a pizzeria with chandeliers?
It is a fancy pizzeria.
Listen. You gotta think. Listen, you gotta just think about Pizza Hut, 80s Pizza Hut with the chandeliers.
Exactly.
Gourmet pizzeria. Yeah, we've got those.
Gourmet
Bottle of
pizzeria.
red, bottle of white.
There's truffles on the pizza.
Oh my god.
Gross.
You're gross, Alex.
Fresh margarita pizzas.
Oh yeah. The fresh basil.
The detail that I want to add is, I'm gonna throw this as a question to you, Lenny. I think you were instructed to like be here with like military watching, like bodyguards, essentially babysitters, bodyguards. Are they here?
Nah, I lost them.
Great.
Did you melt them?
No, I didn't. I just I just secretly went to a different place.
So, Mr. Man, is it Mr. Nuclear Man? Where do you get your powers from?
I was hoping we could talk about you, Miss Lane.
Oh, me?
How
Really?
are you? How are you doing these days?
Oh, constantly under the threat of nuclear annihilation, and my super boyfriend spurned me on national television. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that, Miss Lane. That's really tough. And as hard as you work and as stressful as your job must be, like that's another thing that you just don't need, right?
Are you a fan of my work?
Of course I am. Absolutely. I read your piece on the nuclear issues.
On the wars?
The wars. Yeah, the war in
Wartown.
Yeah.
Which war
Wartown.
particularly?
The war in the East.
Oh, that was a big war.
We cut to, like, throughout the city street, increasingly surrounding this Italian restaurant is, like, an inadvisable amount of, like, special ops, black vest, night vision goggles, all descending on this location.
I know, they found us.
The distinct noise of an Apache helicopter swooping down.
I'm so sorry, Miss Lane. It's a government thing, you understand. I tried really hard to lose them because I felt like we could use some privacy, but just so you know, they're here.
All good things come to an end, I suppose. Mayhaps we should finish this interview somewhere more secluded later on.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan. I'll page you.
Kicking in the door, interrupting this moment, General Lane barges in, cigar in mouth.
Dad, what are you doing here?
Guns drawn.
Why is it whenever I go on a date, you always draw guns on me?
Can we get an escort on my beloved daughter? She is in the line of fire, and she is dangerously close to a rogue nuclear device.
Lenny is going to stand up and kind of stand in front of her and be like, excuse me, I don't think the guns are necessary. Like, this is wild. Like, don't draw guns at a lady. Come on.
What, Father? You don't approve of this Superboy? I thought he was on your team.
We see a close-up of Nuclear Man's chest as like 35 red dots come down on it. I promise you those guns are not pointed at my beloved daughter. Now, are you going to get inside the van? Or is the lovely Miss Lane going to have a story about how the U.S. government handles rogue agents in the 80s?
I'm sorry. Are you threatening me right now? Is this a threat?
It sounds like a threat.
Because I haven't done anything wrong. I'm allowed to have dinner, I'm pretty sure.
Will go where we tell you to go. You will eat what we tell you to eat. You will discuss what we tell you to discuss. And you will kill the alien menaces that we instruct you to kill.
He's just going to stand there and dig in his heels, and he's going to say, I'm sorry. I didn't sign up to be a dog of the military.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can eat pizza if I want to eat pizza.
You signed up to be exactly what I wanted you to be, son.
Why does everyone keep calling me son?
Well, if I could just psychoanalyze Mr. Lane here for a second, I think it's because he has a daughter who he can't control, and so he sees you as a surrogate son whom he desperately wants to control. Just to psychoanalyze Mr. Lane there.
There's some stuff going on below.
There's some stuff going on.
If you don't like being called son, I can call you daddy later.
Can we get an ETA on the escort? I thought I called in to get someone really feeling like I'm giving orders and I'm not getting a response here. Is it me? Is it me? It feels like it's me.
Lenny's gonna turn around and just give her another little wink and a nod.
Well, I think I've caused enough drama for the night. I'm going to retire. Father, Mr. Man.
I think you start to make your way to the door, and several machine gun like M16 carrying military ops like stand directly in front of you.
And I cross my arms and go,
Oh man, I get to bust out my favorite accent. Hey, the boss says you can't get out of here.
Oh, it's Mookanese. Oh, that's good.
I thought you were here for Mr. Man.
The boss gave us the order to give you an escort to the van.
So why aren't you escorting me out of the building into the van?
Boss, do we take it? Yes, you may take my daughter to the van.
We just putting civilians in vans now? Is that what we're doing?
Have you not met this government?
We have received word that the Superman is approaching the largest stockpile of nuclear weapons that the United States has to offer. You are going to intercept them and dispense with this threat once and for all. Is that clear, son?
This feels like a conflict.
This feels like a conflict.
Let's do it.
Conflicted.
So let's start with our abilities. I am pulling in my decorated 5-star general here. I am pulling rank on you like no one's business.
Slam.
Nice.
Do you have an ability that you want to pull in here?
You know what I am going to stick with? I'm going to do an atomic god made flesh.
Oh
my god.
This is when the building of the dice pools becomes cool and exciting, because describe to me how that's coming into play here.
I'm not going to use it, but I am going to flex it.
You're flexing it. You are asserting that you are the walking weapon.
Oh, yeah. And, shoot me. Go for it. Fucking shoot me. Let's go.
I'm going to pull in one of my resources, and I am going to pull out a small, remote control given to me by my friends at Cadmus Labs, and I'm going to add a 6 to my dice pool here.
Ooh.
Do you really believe, child, that we would build a weapon without building a failsafe to shut that weapon down? Big smile on his face. Is there a resource that you want to pull in?
Well, I don't think I have the backing of the military right now.
Fair.
And I don't think kryptonite's gonna help. I do have Uncle Lex's money, though.
You are a rich fail son.
But I'm not sure how I can use that as a resource in this particular instance. So no, I'm not gonna use my resources, but I would like to use a belief. because I will never conform to what society wants me to do, and I feel like right now he is the society.
And I think I am always seeing a fight through to the bitter end.
Ooh.
And would you like to bring in a weakness?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm going to hand you a d6 and take an opportunity here. Because I'm desperate for control. I'm desperate for control for the family that I've lost. So you have 4d6 and a d4. I have 4d6. One of them is going to be a 6. Roll those dice.
Oh my god, it happened! I rolled a 1 on my d4.
Oh.
What goes wrong? Like what does the nuclear fallout look like? What does the consequence of your powers look like at this moment?
Jeez. Okay, so I'm gonna say Lois has already made it to the van at this point. Yeah, so I think when I was flexing my powers, I just flexed a bit too hard, and I'm not really used to them. And maybe I'm a little bit hot. I'm pretty pissed off right now, being challenged like this. So yeah, I think I just I flex too hard, and the whole building comes down.
Oh my god!
Like I just like
windows burst, sliced, explodes. Yeah, there's fires erupt.
The chandelier is just smashed to the ground.
And because your nuclear fallout die rolled a 1, all of us gain an opportunity. All right, let's roll some dice. Oh wait, I already rolled those dice. Oh crap, I gotta re-roll. That's way better. I know that's way better than what I rolled.
Cheater!
Okay, there we go. I've got it.
It's okay.
You also gain a point of opportunity because I've rolled a 1. All right, what is your high result?
A 6.
Mine is also a 6, so that is a tie. What is your second highest result?
5.
That is a win for the nuclear man. What is your next highest result?
4.
Another win for the nuclear man. What is your next highest result?
3.
Okay, and then you also have one more die, if I'm not mistaken.
But it was a 1.
Still, that beats my 0, which means that what does your win look like here? This was a complete and utter victory.
Yeah, so with all of the nuclear fallout and the building coming down, all of the people who had their guns focused on me just collapsed to the ground. And General Lane gets caught beneath some falling rubble.
You kill my dad?
He's not dead.
So I have a thing. At any time, I can spend one opportunity to save someone from imminent danger.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Because you're Superman.
I like the idea of this actually getting extremely hairy. And like a lot of people being in danger. And so I want to spend an opportunity to save Lane from imminent death here.
She's in the van. She's okay.
Oh, no, General Lane.
Oh, General Lane.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry.
about to get crushed by a building.
Sorry. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I swoop it, like you're just suddenly okay and like flying through the air. And I am fireman carrying him.
Sure. I'm kicking my feet. I'm wiggling.
I'm used to saving other lanes, but I suppose I'll
Don't
settle for you.
Don't take her name out of your mouth.
Where would you like me to set you down, General? And a thank you wouldn't kill you.
I'd spit on you, but we're flying too fast through the air, and it would just end up back in my face.
I'll just set him down, like near the van, and I'm gonna just fly away again. He says, like I say I have things to do.
That's interesting.
Lane tears open the door, looks at Lois. We have to go.
Where are we going?
To the start of the next chapter of human history. And speeds off towards this nuclear stockpile as quickly as possible. What's Nuclear Man doing?
Exploding.
Sure.
Yeah.
Pooping.
Yeah. I honestly, I think that he's kind of lost control of his powers at this point. He didn't even really mean to do that. He was just trying to like scare people, but like he's kind of lost control, and yeah, I think he's just kind of exploding for a second. He needs to chill out before he can really understand what's happening.
Getting rid of his nuclear waste.
Yeah, he's got to expel some of it.
That's great. That's really good. So you're losing control. We cut to this gigantic missile silo with all of these like missile arrays as Superman is touching down, as helicopters and tanks are swarming around. Lois and the general pull up in a van. I think what I would like to call for in this moment before we get to the big final climax, I don't think we've had like a really good scene of the two of us together. I don't think we've had a really good General Lois scene. I think we gotta get a good father-daughter, maybe a conflict, but also just like a good argument of like where we stand in all of this. I think that's the one piece of the puzzle that hasn't come up.
Father, where are we going? What are you having us do? What do you mean a new chapter in human history?
Your boyfriend is about to dismantle the largest and final nuclear supply that the United States has. This is a deciding chapter in how our world takes shape moving forward.
I think it's a splendid idea, getting rid of all these nasty nuclear weapons. Be terrible for the world.
You would think that. You lack the spine of a military person. Sometimes I wonder why you're my daughter.
Sometimes I wonder why you're my father.
He's so mean.
You know, I did all of this for you.
Sounds like you're doing this for you because you're a scared, tiny little man with no super alien powers.
You're right. I don't have any alien powers. All I have is my flesh and my blood and what I've been able to scrape together to protect you. My entire life has been in pursuit of protecting the people that I love. I couldn't protect your mother, but I can protect you. All of this, every bomb, every missile has been protecting you, and every Lois has been protecting every father's daughter that is out there. And I hope when this is said and done that you can see me for that. And I think I want to call for a conflict here of like, this is a clash of ideology. Does that feel good?
Bring it on, old man.
What are we each trying to get out of this exchange? What does Lois want right now?
Lois wants her dad to stop being crazy.
Stop being a crazy dad.
Stop being a crazy, be a good man. Let me date super powerful alien dudes.
I think I want Lois to see I want Lois to come out of this van on the side of the United States military.
Gotcha.
USA. So I think, okay. I'm looking at we both start with a D6.
Okay.
Do you have a resource you want to tap, or an ability you want to tap here?
I think this might be under human lie detector with a nose for bullshit. She thinks her dad's full of it.
I think that's great. I think I'm going to counter that with national hero beloved by the American people. No, I'm going to counter that with my ability veteran of 4-4 in wars, trained in 11 forms of combat, because I'm leaning hard on the idea that like I have built myself into a weapon the same as I built Lenny Luthor into the atomic man or the nuclear man to protect my daughter.
I think I'm going to pull Daddy's old military buddies because I hear their stories and how much full of shit that he is.
Is that a 2 or a 6?
I'm going to make a 6.
His buddies actually hate him.
Like, this guy in Lane, get him out of here. Am I right?
Okay. A belief. Do I have a belief here? I am seeing this fight through to the bitter end. That is a D6 for me.
I am speaking out against injustice, even if it costs me.
And I am going to take a point of opportunity and give you a D6 for being desperate to control. So I am rolling 3D6.
I've got 3 and then the 1-4 for my, or the 1-6 for my resources.
Okay, roll those 3D6.
All right.
Oh, buddy. Your high is a 6.
I've got 2 6s.
That's going to beat my 5. That's going to beat 2 of my 3 successes. Oh, boy. What's your next highest result?
3 is my next highest result.
All right, that's a tie, and then you've got 1 or 2 more dice, so that is another decisive victory.
Yeah.
As we're pulling up, Nuclear Man, like, how has your appearance changed now that you're losing control of your powers and your body is like breaking down into a living nuclear disaster site?
Yeah, I think like my veins, like all over my body, are pulsing green. like dark green, and they're all outlined.
You got super shreddered.
Lois and General Lane look out the window and stare at the nuclear man, and Sam just utters, "My God, what have I done?"
Nuclear man will suffice. Like, no.
That's what you did, Father.
Let me adjust my glasses now that I've done the sci-fi hero rip
That
off
was
the
good.
glasses
That was
moment.
so good.
The podcast listeners won't appreciate that.
Yes.
The video viewers will, but most importantly, us at the table, I got to do my sci-fi hero rip off the glasses.
Whenever I need to look at something better, I usually take off my glasses.
I do.
Yes, dear listeners, Jeff very dramatically and perfectly just took off his glasses
My God.
at the exact right moment.
God.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Lois,
Yes, Father.
can you get him to stop this?
Of course he can. He's Superman.
I'll do what I can to help.
Maybe stop being such of a jerk. Try that first.
When this is all said and done, I'm going to look into some therapy options, and also I think that perhaps a lifetime in the military was not an adequate way to make the world a better place. I'm going through some things right now. Bear with me.
He lost the love of his life.
And then Lois Lane pulls out her super special Superman whistle and goes,
We're gonna add in a real whistle there, or is it gonna be like supersonic?
Dog whistle.
it's like a dog whistle.
A dog whistle. Got it. We can hear.
Okay, so the situation. Let's all throw in a detail for this final confrontation.
Okay.
My detail is it's raining. It's obviously raining. It's obviously nighttime.
Of
It's
course.
obviously raining. Shades of the a totally cool reference that all the kids will love and appreciate. Shades of the Jim Carrey movie, The Cable Guy, the big climactic finale.
Big satellite dish.
Yeah, we're doing our own epic music with our mouth. Can Nuclear Man be underway to like a nuclear site and he's gonna like drink the nuclear juice and become more nuclear?
Drink the nuclear juice.
It's like Tropicana.
It's delicious.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, I'm gonna agree to that, but I think it's gross.
Maybe what we see is like as you're landing, like the lights are dimming and like all of that energy is just like surging its way into Nuclear Man to just create.
Yes,
the
I like
blast
that.
of all
So Nuclear
blasts.
Man is not. Yeah, Nuclear Man is not actively drinking the nuclear juice, but he just like
you're absorbing the nuclear power. Yeah.
yeah, he just landed in amidst this huge stockpile of nuclear weapons, and the energy is just like seeping into him even greater. Yeah, I'll add that. Yeah.
I guess that's not my detail though, is it? So my detail is that so before Superman looked pretty ragged, like he hadn't shaved in a while. But now he looks good again. He's all clean shaven again. He did the thing where he shoots the lasers into the mirror and back onto his chin. My suit's all clean again. Maybe I have like a new suit. I've got a new suit. It's got a cool new design by one of Hollywood's best costume designers.
It's the Tim Burton Nicolas Cage design.
Nice.
Yeah. Do I have briefs or no briefs? I wonder.
Let's find out. That outfit is out there. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
I almost feel like I want to let just the listeners at home, whatever you think
You
is
decide.
a cool new Superman look, like it's that one.
Yeah, you take that, listener. Whatever.
Briefs, no briefs, you decide.
You decide.
She's naked.
What's our last detail for the scene?
The last detail is it's raining. There's thunder, there's lightning. And as lightning strikes, you see outlined a silhouette up on a spire, just a little bit out of the way, is a dark figure with a black cape, two pointy horns on
Yeah.
top of his head.
Yeah.
I can't be in two places at once.
Just watching to make
You don't
sure.
have to speak, Cincy.
I love that.
Just make sure that his buddy doesn't screw it up when the world's under nuclear threat.
Okay.
I like the idea of it like
good.
it's a blink and you'll miss it thing. It like the camera never focuses on it. Like like it's something you find out on a YouTube short after you've watched the movie that like Batman
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah, the nerds have to tell it. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, look at that. Did you see that? That's Batman.
It's Batman. He has all the powers of a bat.
He's probably really concerned
And a
about
van.
the vice president.
Is the vice president the president now that the president has been arrested?
Yeah, who's the president now? Is it Pog
Ooh.
Cobblepot?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Who
Ooh.
I'm the president now. So the conflict is now the final showdown is fully underway. What is everyone doing?
We'll say like everyone has arrived. Superman has floated down. The military with Lane and Lois have also arrived on the scene to see Nuclear Man like absorbing all this nuclear energy. So like we can act from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that that Nuclear Man is not acting on the offense yet. Like he is just absorbing power, and he is just like still like flipping out.
Okay, I know what I want to do.
Go for it.
I have a plan here. I'm going to like float like gently down to him to like I'm obviously I'm going to talk. I'm not here to be aggressive. Hi, I think we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Superman. You could also call me Kal-El. I'm from the planet Krypton.
Nuclear Man is gonna barely register that this has happened. Nuclear Man is like seeing red.
He likes to be called Daddy.
This is so unhinged. Nuclear Man is actually gonna snap out of it just a little bit. He's gonna hear this, and he's gonna look around at Superman, and he's gonna say,
I can't do everything. I can't deal with this.
And just kind of like unleash a little bit of energy.
Yeah, it like arcs across me, and I think like it being, since I get my powers from the sun, this is like a concentrated version of like what gives me my powers. So it's like it kind of burns a little bit. Like it's a little too much for me. Like I'm overcharged for a second, and I like wince a little bit. It's okay. We're all here. We're all here for you. What's your name? Tell me your name.
And he's just gonna keep like freaking out. Like he can't think. He can't deal with all of the power that's rushing through him, with all of the anger and the energy. Like he just can't even deal. He just can't even.
I know you don't want to listen to me, but if Lois Lane likes you, then you must be one very extraordinary young man.
Yeah, he's gonna snap out of it a little bit more with Lois Lane, and he's gonna say,
Get her to safety. Make sure she's safe.
Like at that moment, we get a shot of like General Lane on the phone, like every suppressor that we have, every energy suppression device that we have located on this one location. Let us see if we can't contain this thing once and for all. This is potentially, I mean, this is gonna make Chernobyl look like Key West. And we see satellites, shifting into position, and satellite dishes pointing down as like they're gonna try and blast, energy cannons at this direction to try and like contain your surging nuclear enemy.
I want to turn and look at Lois and remember that like the last time she told me what she wanted, I kind of brushed it off, I want to tell Lois to come over. I want to be like, come on, it'll be all right.
You want me to come next to the open nuclear reactor?
the one that told me to get to safety.
I don't think he's gonna hurt you, Lois.
I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about the radiation from the open nuclear reactor.
Alex, can you just fucking yes and me for once?
Oh yeah, I forgot I'm impervious to radiation. Let me just walk
you
right
are
up
if
there.
you've got a suit on. You can get a hazmat suit on.
Yeah, let me go find one.
But there's, this is a nuclear facility. I bet they're everywhere.
You gotta all be wearing them already, right?
Hey, Miss Lane, we got them the super suit. We got the environmental suit. Boss says you gotta put on the hazmat suit.
Thanks, Larry. Lois Lane gets on a hazmat suit and then still walks up to where Superman and the other person is. Because I mean,
You two are so
she's far away. You could just come get her. Thanks, Soups.
No. Like, I feel like you and I, like Superman and Lois are like kind of arguing. like you make like a big deal out of like walking really slow, and you're like, it'd be really great if someone who was super fast could come help me. I do it.
Megaphone.
I do it.
Megaphone. This is actually getting kind of uncomfortable to watch.
You can leave any time. No, you're actually sort of making things worse.
I really can't.
All right. So I like set you down near I guess you know his name. That it's Lenny, right?
Do I know his name?
Well, you did just go on a date with him.
Yeah, but I just called him Mr. Man.
Oh, that's right. He did not. He was being very cagey.
You know what? I actually did mean to say, actually, ma'am, you can call me Lenny. And so we're gonna retcon that.
This game
Would you say
feels
we're gonna roleplay retcon it?
yes.
We're gonna roleplay retcon that.
This game feels very engineered to retconning things. I say, Lois, please talk to him.
Lenny, what are you doing? Lenny, what's with all the nuclear-ness?
Hi, yeah, where did your voice go?
Oh, this is just, I don't remember what my voice was, so this is what it is now.
Yeah, I think with Lois's presence nearby, he's gonna calm down a lot, and maybe we see the lights start to brighten a little bit more, and the energy isn't flowing into him quite so much, and he's gonna blink and shake his head and look at her and say,
Lois, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I just wanted to help my uncle.
I know, Lenny, I know. But you don't have to. You can be your own man. Your own nuclear man.
The problem with being the nuclear man, Lois, is that I'm surrounded by all of this nuclear energy.
and then I think he loses it again.
I see that he wants to try to let it go now. And I make a very bold decision here, I think. And I think Superman is going to look at Lois and say, like, I have always been amazed by you. And he's going to, like, take Lenny, who probably maybe isn't going to fight him so much on this now, and we're, like, going to fly into space.
Yeah, the space scene.
General
it's me
Lane
and Soups.
we get General Lane walking up, looking into the sky. I was wrong. He's better than all of us.
Especially in bed. Sorry, especially in bed.
I want to attempt to now siphon, like, the nuclear energy into me. I'm going to try to do that. I think that's the conflict here.
I think that's the conflict here. I think we'll call this a difficulty pool, because I think building a difficulty pool here will be fun.
I think maybe even, Jinsey, you might help me with this.
Yeah.
I'll build a difficulty pool. We got 2d8. Does anybody want to offer up a weakness and gain an opportunity here?
I'm going to do the weight of the world on my shoulders.
Okay. So we'll add a d8 and you gain a point of opportunity.
Like, yeah, I think this weakness is like, I'm willing to die for this kid. I guess you're not a kid. Like, I'm trying to not call you a kid anymore. Like, I didn't call you son in that last scene, because, like, that obviously, like, was not cool with you last time. So, like, I'm seeing this as a citizen of the world I've sworn to protect, and I will do what it takes to save him.
Take an opportunity.
Can I add a weakness?
Yeah, do it.
So I'm actually not going to take an opportunity. I'm going to unlock the I will never use lethal force or willingly put people in danger belief.
Oh, nice.
What weakness do you want to add, Jency?
I'm going to add the weakness that I'm just a scared kid at the end of the day.
Okay, so that is 48. You can take a point of opportunity.
That almost made me cry, man.
Aww.
Okay, so we've got 48. Does anybody want to raise the stakes or add any additional complications? I'm going to add one.
Okay.
Take an opportunity here. I think there is a very good moment where from prison, Lex Luthor, Gene Hackman is just sitting in a thing and goes, boom. this was not, this was always partially Lex's plan, was to get you to a place where this, like, where he was gonna utter the word boom, which is somehow not said in months, and, like, cause you to rapidly degenerate to basically consume Superman in a nuclear blast.
Whoa.
So suddenly it starts crackling and glowing even faster and building even faster as Lex tries to get one final stab in. So I'm rolling 5d8 here.
Well, I got a trick up my sleeve too. You have a mechanic here where you can basically level up an ability.
Yes.
If you have 3 opportunities, you can spend opportunities, and I have 3 opportunities. I'm going to spend all 3 of my opportunities to level up Strange Visitor from Another Planet, which will let me do an additional 1d12.
So that's going to be 2d12.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, do we want to start building our pool?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you're going to want to use Strange Visitor from an Alien Planet.
Yes, I'll be doing that. Yes. I'm making up a superpower, the thing Alex hates more than anything, that I can absorb the energy of the sun, the nuclear energy, into my body.
Living solar battery, sure.
Yeah.
That's
this
2d12.
one kind of makes sense.
Lenny, is there an ability that you want to use?
We're both rolling here. Oh, wow. I mean, my abilities are literally an atomic god made flesh, which I don't want to use.
I feel like that works.
Well, I guess it does because of the flesh.
You're blowing that energy out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So I am gonna use that.
Okay.
Then.
Lois, how are you helping here? What's your play here?
Lois is not helping.
Great.
Lois is just staring slack-jawed. Like, what can Lois do?
I think General Lane is doing the exact same thing. I think we're having a father-daughter moment of like, my God.
I don't know. Like, maybe Lois, are you doing your job?
Yeah. Lois is...
I want to pitch this. I want to pitch a moment here. I think there's a moment where, like, we're staring, and because this is a very good moment of closure. General Lane looks at Lois. So, reporter, are you going to tell the world what's happening here?
It is my job.
You have a brand new telescopic camera that can see into space.
Oh yeah.
From the Daily Planet.
Like 6 camera trucks have rolled up and like are broadcasting in every direction.
Mm-hmm.
Resources. Does anybody want to, Superman or Lenny, do you want to add a resource?
So, I want to flash back. We'll say this was in the movie before, but I haven't said it until then. I went to the Fortress of Solitude and I talked to my Kryptonian mom, whose name escapes me.
Laura?
Maybe, sure. And like, I just asked her what the right thing to do was. Like, if I was doing the right thing. Jeff, be my mom, Jeff.
Hello, son.
Mother.
How goes life on a faraway world?
Not so great, Mom. Mom, the whole world's being really mean to me, and I was just trying to help them.
That's great, son. I'm here today to talk to you about personal cleanliness.
Yeah.
Turns out it's all pre-recorded.
It's just hygiene. She's got like a little bit of ChatGPT, so it kind of seems like she's saying new things, but not really.
Kal-El, my son, as a large language model, I lack the capability to truly answer your question.
We're telling jokes, but I'm pretty sure at some point they gave me this speech about, like, we sent you to be a champion for them, to like make them feel like there was hope. And like, at no point does she ever say, we sent you there for everyone to love you. We sent you there for everyone to like think you're the coolest dude ever. We sent you there to do what you feel is right, the best you can. And that, like, yeah, you're gonna be the most powerful person on the planet. The things that you do are going to be more than what other people do. And so, like, he takes this to heart. He takes this to heart that he has this, like, giant responsibility that, I don't know how I'd say this, like, great power, something has some kind of, I don't know. It has a lot of, like, you gotta make good judgments or something. I don't know. There's a better way to say that. So, yeah, I want to use my 6 on Fortress of Solitude because my mom gave me some good advice.
I love that. Lenny, do you have a resource you want to pull in?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
What about a belief?
I mean, I will always be big, loud, and too cool for school.
That feels good. I like that. I mean, this is, if ever there is something big, loud, and cool, it's blowing up like an atom bomb in outer space.
Right? In space, yeah.
Maybe maybe there's even a moment where where you just, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is, I mean, even though this is tough, this is pretty cool.
All right, then Lenny, it looks like you are rolling 3d6. It looks like Superman, you are rolling, or 3d6 and a d4.
Well, I didn't do a belief. Can I do a belief?
Oh yeah, you got a belief.
I will always protect those who cannot protect themselves.
All right, so you are rolling 2d6, 2d12, and you've got a 6. Lenny, you are rolling 3d6 and a d4. Lois and I can each have one of you re-roll one of your dice. And also, Sam can have many people re-roll many dice because of my special ability. So I will roll our difficulty pool.
So what did Lex's boom do?
Added a difficulty die to the pool because it's rapidly speeding up the explosion. The goal was to trap you in outer space with a bomb so that you would be consumed.
This was the plan all along. Oh
bomb.
no.
I think this was the fail-safe.
Okay.
I've arranged my results from high to low.
I have as well.
Okay.
I've got 2 opportunity. Lenny, Superman, both re-roll your lowest die. Because I can at any time spend an opportunity to force someone to re-roll. And I'm helping you both in this moment by re-rolling your lowest result.
Do I get to keep the
Thank you.
highest result, or do I have to keep what?
Keep the high. Keep the
Okay.
keep the highest.
Good. Because it was worse, way worse.
Oh my god. That's good, though.
Lois, do you want to help someone out here?
Sure, I've got a voice of the people. Lois may at any time spend one opportunity to add an additional d6 to anyone's action pool.
Take my energy, Goku.
Do you want to give that to Superman or Nuclear Man?
Who had less dice?
I think I did.
I'll give it to Nuclear Man.
All right, roll an extra d6.
Oh, thank you.
Now I'm going to reveal what we're rolling for, because I've had it in the back of my head this entire time.
Oh, shit.
Superman, you are rolling to diffuse this situation and disperse the energy.
Yeah.
Lenny, you are rolling to live. And in this moment, we're both going to compare to the same pool of dice. What is everyone's highest result?
6.
I got 12.
Second highest result was a 4. Superman, what was your second highest result?
9.
Good God.
Yeah, the dice have been very kind to me this evening.
Third highest result.
6 for me.
That's 3 successes for Superman. Fourth highest result.
4.
That's 4 successes, and then if is it higher than a 1?
Yeah, it's a 3.
And do you have any other dice?
No.
Okay, so that is 5 successes for Superman. That is that is as successful as you can be.
Nice.
You have saved the planet Earth today. You have absorbed this energy like a living solar battery, and the people of Earth are safe. Now, it's time to see if you were able to save everyone. If Lenny was able to hold on in this moment. Lenny, what was your highest result?
6.
6v6 is a tie. What was your second highest?
5.
5v4 is a success. Next.
4.
4, that's a success. What's your next highest?
3.
And your final result.
2.
That's successes all the way down.
I think like I've actually done this so well that I've taken just enough from you that you have just your regular like your powers are back to like a normal level now. And I'm like glowing bright hot orange now. Look down there. It's beautiful, isn't it? I come up here sometimes and I just look at it like this. That whole planet is your home now. I need you to take care of it for me, okay? And I like gently push you. And I'm gonna have Superman like fly into the sun. It like cuts back to like one more thing I said to you, and it was, I think she likes you a lot. And he's like smiling a little bit, and he's like glowing brighter and brighter, and he like flies into the sun, and you like fall to Earth.
and like there's a moment where we get one final like spinning we get like a slow montage and like a spinning newspaper that like the Superman initiative with like a repentant looking Sam Lane looking at this at the camera has successfully dismantled the last of the world's nuclear weapons under the watchful eye of the nuclear man.
It's like a memorial for Superman, right?
Big statue.
And then like all the characters are there. There's a guy that like wink is probably Bruce Wayne.
President Cobblepot gives a very respectful speech.
Yeah. He's actually not been bad so far. Like, he's probably embezzling everything into his own funds, but otherwise, but we don't know that yet.
He's investing in a fish economy.
And like it's in Metropolis, right? And there's like this big statue of Superman now, and like maybe something happens. Like the final scene is like I don't know, like some alien spaceship like comes in out of the sky or something, or there's like a shootout happening between cars in the background or something, and like Lenny does the Superman thing with his like black morning tuxedo suit and like the nuclear man costume is underneath, and it's like he's the new guy.
New guy. Can my colors change?
Oh yeah. What are they now?
They're not black and green anymore. I think we're gonna go black and purple.
That's Superman 4.
That's Superman 4.
Superman 4. The Quest for
way-
Peace. The
way
Quest for
better.
Peace was won. And everybody cries. Now,
Yes,
like,
everybody cries.
did he die? We don't know yet.
I mean, there's all.
Yeah.
He's gonna wake up in the bottle city of Canada.
Gotta be like 4 other fake Supermen before that, though.
Oh, that was so fun!
Thank you all for playing this weird, bespoke little game that I've created for this exact scenario.
It was so much fun. Thank you for creating this for us. Like, I love the dice system. The dice system was a lot of fun, but I really loved playing my character Lenny. Like, all of his abilities and resources and weaknesses were all super cool,
I'm
and
so
it was
happy.
very relevant to the story. So yeah, it was very well designed. Thank
I'm so
you.
happy. Honestly, this was
It
great.
was a fun character to play because of you. So thank you.
It was cool. I feel like you've really nailed the problem of like, what do you do with a guy that could do whatever he wants? And what you've done is give the man baggage, like,
Yeah.
and like mechanize that. So that was very cool.
It was good.
Made Superman fun.
That's the goal.
Yes, you did.
Next we're doing the longest yard with Grant Nordine from Game Master Monday.
fuck,
Grant
that's
is
great.
GMing for us, which is a first, although this one did turn into kind of a guest GM. GM's the GM-less system, but Grant is actually going to run us through Play Ball, which is a sports anime game, which is really for baseball, but we're hacking it to be about football. So
That's great.
we got some other things going on. The One Shot Network's Patreon drive is going on right now. The One Shot Network is pretty hard about paying people who help them make things, like artists and editors and performers. We're part of the One Shot Network, and they don't pay us directly to make Roleplay Retcon, but they do pay for our hosting fees and a lot of other back-end production stuff. And I actually do get paid for helping with some editing. Right now, the network income isn't enough to pay for a lot of those expenses. So what's happening is that some of the people who work for the network full-time or part-time are accepting less than they really need to make their ends meet. So we need them to be able to eat, and we need to shore up the Patreon. Not really like too much. It really is a doable goal. It makes about 5,000 now and needs to make about 7,000. So we've been having a Patreon drive to shore that up. The One Shot Oberfest, which is 15 days of special events. If you've missed any of the live events during the Oberfest, you can watch those as a video on demand at twitch.tv/OneShotRPG. Some stuff we're in. I'm in a live actual play with James D'Amato and a couple of other folks playing James's game, You Must Sneak Human Remains into Disney World, which ended up being really weird, really funny. And then Alex and I played Among Us with Super Dylan and some other big shots from the network and beyond. And we did a live show with Laurel from our League of Extraordinary Gentlemen series and Fiona from the show What Am I Rolling, which is also on the One Shot Network. There's also a lot of really cool stuff on the One Shot Network Patreon. They have the book club, if you're at the $15 level, which you get a new micro RPG, not necessarily a one-pager, but like sometimes they're like 9 or 10 pages, but something that's not just like a huge thing, something that you can play with like very little prep with your group. And you can only get those at this book club. They commission these and they're not published anywhere else. You have to be part of the book club to get them. So that's the $15 level on the Patreon. You don't have to do $15 though. You can just do $5 and you can hear the secret archive, which is like all the bonus episode stuff is at the $5 level. And I am actually in a couple of those. I think right now you can hear both episodes of something Fiona ran for us called Worldwide Wrestling, in which I play a heel named Books who has a preternatural ability to know what book you hated reading in school, and she uses that to win wrestling matches. And I did that with Zad from Game Woven and Jeff from System Mastery. It's a lot of fun. I've also edited a few episodes of a series called Chubo's Wondrous Wish-Granting Engine. It may be Miraculous Wish-Granting Engine. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's a diceless game, and I've never heard anything like it. And editing it has been fascinating. So I'm not actually in that, but I did like sound design it and edited some of the newer episodes. So please go check that out if you want to just hear my invisible hand in it. Coming up on the Patreon drive this Thursday and Saturday nights, October 24th and 26th, we'll be doing Jackbox with some other people live on stream. And I think all three of us will be there on Saturday. It's actually kind of our event. So I hope I see you there. All right, I think that's all I got. We'll see you next time for the rookie camp for The Longest Yard.
Bye.
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 Bye, kisses.
Roleplay Retcon's remake of Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, is Jeff Stormer as Sam Lane, Alex as Lois Lane, Benjamin Gray as Superman, and Jency as Lenny Luthor, aka Nuclear Man. This episode features music by Phillip Mount. Our logo is by Jeanette Blasius.
Roleplay Retcon is produced by Two Fish in a Jug and is part of the One Shot Network.
Bye, kisses.